God bless America. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Protege program. Thank you for joining me on this Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to covering this week with you. Our story of the day today is the Democrats planning on campaigning on abolishing ICE in the 2020 election. I didn't get to talk about it last week because I saw it on Saturday, but Democrats recently unveiled their tax plan for the 2018 campaign, and it's literally repealing everything good about the Trump tax plan. But let's get right into this. Democrats mulling a run for the White House in 2020 are facing intense pressure from liberals to campaign on abolishing the agency that enforces federal immigration laws. This is coming from people like Chris Hayes, who is a commentator at MSNBC, I believe. Brian Fallon, another commentator, tweeted, "ICE operates as an unaccountable deportation force." Now, we could play a little game here. We could call anything that is part of the federal government a scary name that makes people want to repeal it. So let's play the Brian Fallon game with federal agencies. We can start with ICE. ICE operates as an unaccountable deportation force. Let's talk about another one. Let's talk about the IRS. The IRS operates as an unaccountable confiscation force. Does that sound like an agency that you want operating in the United States of America? Saying ICE operates as an unaccountable deportation force makes it sound like they're a private army of people that rounds up individuals that don't belong in the United States of America and takes them out. That's actually the opposite of reality. Well, it's not the opposite of reality. ICE is the government-sanctioned enforcement agency that establishes and maintains, through the enforcement of the law, the borders of the United States of America. ICE is not a volunteer army of white men that rounds up brown people and kicks them out to Mexico, contrary to what Brian Fallon probably believes. The pressure has been mounting through media appearances, notably of which an interview that Senator Kamala Harris did on MSNBC with Mr. Hayes. I believe it's the same Chris Hayes that we read his quote up there. Kamala Harris was asked if she believes ICE should exist, and she said ICE should exist. And in response, Jack Merkinson said it should be a political problem for her that she is not willing to take her criticisms of ICE to their logical conclusion. He said she should be asked over and over again why she is willing to uphold the legitimacy of a racist, corrupt, and thuggish organization. He said that other potential candidates like Bernie Sanders, Kristen Gillibrand, and Elizabeth Warren should be asked the same question. The Nation published an article titled, "It's Time to Abolish ICE." So the left-wing nut jobs that are pushing the Democrat Party off the left cliff into the abyss of progressive authoritarianism are calling on their presidential candidates for 2020 to campaign on abolishing ICE. Now, if you think that sounds like a radical idea, or rather, if you think that doesn't sound like a radical idea, ask yourself, would it be a radical idea if the alt-right began calling on Republican candidates for president in, let's just say, 2024, or let's say they started demanding that Trump in 2020 campaign on abolishing the NAACP. I know they're not a federal branch of the federal government, but let's just say for argument's sake. These are the radicals on the left wing of the political of the American political system that are basically running the Democrat Party. If they're not in official positions of power in the Democrat Party, they're by proxy running the Democrat Party through the pushing of these progressive agenda that the Democrats are embracing, not quite full-throatedly, but if the brand of progressives that are calling for the abolition of ICE have the same success that the feminazis have had in shaping the Democrat platform on abortion, or if they have the same success as, say, the NAACP or the Black Panthers or even socialism, if they have the same kind of success as those groups had, then Democrats will actually campaign against border security, for an open borders America, for a EU-style bureaucracy in the American hemisphere. This is coming. These are the kind of nut bars that we have to run against. These are the people that want to shape Democrat policy. They want us to not enforce our borders. They want to abolish I want you to understand what kind of an impact abolishing immigration enforcement would be. It would de facto abolish the United States border. If there was no enforcement agency to enforce the laws that say the United States of America has a border and you have to cross the border according to these rules, then you'd abolish the border because there's no people to enforce the laws of the country. That's going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss future reports. Until next time, have a good night and God bless.